Good afternoon, everyone. David Paul speaking. It's just before the American Open on Tuesday, September the 15th. I'm looking at VectorVest UK, and I haven't done anything in the US as yet. I think I'll wait until this Apple briefing is over at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. That's 6 o'clock our time in the UK. And of course, we've got the FOMC meeting tomorrow. So I think I'll let the dust settle before doing anything there. But lots to be done in the UK. As you can see, a great deal of green on the front page of VectorVest UK. And all the measures of the trend from short term to long term are up. I think that this is because of the weakness in the pound has helped the UK market. And secondly, a move from tech into value stocks is a trickle at the moment, but nevertheless it's helping the UK market. We'll see how that goes. The one thing that I want to look at this afternoon is gold, and I've got in this particular chart BULL.L, which is the exchange traded fund that follows the gold price. And as you can see, we've had this wonderful trend, and the market has pulled back in this 5-wave pattern, and it's breaking out of that pattern. Now, the levels on the actual bullion market itself that are really important are on the downside 1910, and on the upside, friends of mine who trade this on COMEX tell me that the level is 1978. So they believe that if they see the gold price breaking above 1978, certainly a close above 1978, that this pattern is confirmed. At the moment, it's trading very nicely at 1967. So just watch those levels, folks, but it's starting to look highly probable that we're going to see a move up in gold from here. My target in gold, the next move up, if we do get a clean move up, is 2200 odd, give or take $1 or $2. So that's a really good move. So I've got 2 shares for you, and if I can find them, the first one, and it's a one of the really great pleasures of VectorVest UK is that at the moment, over the last few years, we've built up such expertise in our user groups around the country, and this one comes from Charlie from Lincolnshire, where he pointed out Hummingbird Resources yesterday at our weekly Q&A, and as you can see, this blue line is the VectorVest earnings per share, which since June has moved up from 3 pence to 7 pence a share, reflecting that gold price. In fact, this company is going to make a lot of money if the gold price just stays where it is, I believe, and the market seems to think that it wants to go much higher. So if I put on volume, that's the value. VectorVest believe it's worth 60p, it's trading at 40, that's good. If I put on volume, we can see that strong, let's look at it over a 3-month chart. As this is rising, volume is rising, and a big spike in volume. It was rejected up, somebody took profits up there, so maybe, folks, just wait for it to break that level. It's charting an inside, and the volume is falling within that inside bar, which is a good sign, means there's no sellers in there. So a break through that high, I think that this is on its way. Maybe those of you that are conservative, wait for the bullion price to actually trade above 1978. That would be an extra confirmation, but that looks very good to me. And the second one, which I know this mine very well, Pan African Resources. Those of you that know me will know I lived in South Africa for a very long time, and this is a relatively small mine out in what used to be known as the Eastern Transvaal. It's now in Mpumalanga, and this market has gone up very strongly. There's earnings per share driving the share price. Get rid of the volume, and since let's say May, this has gone up from sort of 2 pence to 4 pence a share. So in the last 6 months they've doubled earnings per share. That's reflected in the share price. There's the VectorVest valuation at 42 pence. It's sitting at 24, and it seems to want to break up here. That's also, it's on a buy recommendation on VectorVest, and that's a share that I think will do exceptionally well. They had a report out not so long ago which was very positive indeed, and I would expect if the gold price does break that 1978, that can move very strongly indeed. Just remember, folks, that these are small gold mines, and they are far from worry-free stocks. If you want a worry-free portfolio, then I run a seminar 3 times a month that will show you how to put together a worry-free portfolio. If you go to vectorvest.co.uk, it's called a proven approach. These are far from worry-free, and they need to be managed carefully. Don't avoid risk, manage it, and as I keep saying at the seminars to keep people awake, it doesn't matter how well you know the horse, never stand behind it. Risk needs to be managed, especially in small mining shares. But those 2 shares look exceptionally good to me, and I've got quite a few more small mining shares that look exceptionally good, and I'll talk about those at our weekly VectorVest Q&As. If you want to be a member of those, well, it's going to cost you £5 to test it out. That's a 30-day trial of VectorVest. So just keep your eye on those. Keep your eye on the gold price. 1978. Conservative old me is probably not going to do anything until Apple reports at 1 o'clock. The Apple price looks good. American market looks as if maybe it's found a bottom. And we can have a look at the S&P quite quickly. If I go to S&P, and the American market has just opened, so let's have a look. If we go up over 3 months, as you can see, it's opened up at 3410. This 3425 is a very important level. As you can see, we've got this build up on the stochastic. The price is rising, indicator is falling, and above 3425 would be very, very positive for the S&P. As you can see, it found support on my magic 55-day moving average. So that's starting to look better for a push up. Nevertheless, all of the trends on VectorVest USA are pretty much down at the moment. So any push up here would be very speculative. I'm not going to do anything, I don't think, until Apple's well out of the way. That'll be 6 p.m. our time, and probably onto the FOMC tomorrow is well out of the way. If there's going to be a knee-jerk change, then it invariably comes based on a change in direction from Mr. Powell. I doubt that will happen, and my stomach tells me that we'll get a push up into the American elections. There'll be plenty of room to get in after that's established. So I hope you found this interesting and useful. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.